I may not be able to show this on YouTube because of their new gun policies. Oh, you ready to shoot? Hey everybody, welcome back to Gilly's Gun. So today, had a question on the last video that I posted about the 1022 takedown, and they asked if it goes back to zero when you take it apart and put it back together. And I said, yeah, it does, within reason. But I got thinking about that. Yeah, I never actually shot it on paper after I took it down and put it back together. It would retain zero by what I thought was close enough, and that was, going out shoot prairie dogs or whatever. It would be what I would consider back to zero. But what's it actually do? So today I decided I'd find out. I got a Captain America Challenge target down there, and I've got 50 rounds loaded. I'm going to shoot, probably, I'll do one magazine per row, and then I'll do, at the end, I'll do a 10-shot group on one of the side end targets up at the top, or the spotter target, sider target, I guess they call them. But anyway, in between each one of those columns, I'm going to disassemble and reassemble the rifle, and it'll be completely disassembled. I'll pull the scope off, pull the barrel off, take it all apart, put it back together, and go to the next row. I'm really curious to see how this is going to work. So because I got 50 rounds loaded of this Ely bench rest outlaw, I'm out of the Ely club that I was shooting yesterday, so I'm down to that. It seemed to shoot pretty good, so not a big deal. It's probably the same thing as the club, but the club is not the greatest ammunition either. However, it's been working good for me. But anyway, since I've got 10 rounds in each magazine, I'll put 2 rounds on each target, each bullseye, and that'll be my 50 round run. Alright, let's put it together and see how it does. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to upload this video, but yesterday I shot the other video with this rifle, so this one will probably come out sometime this week, depending on what I have time to edit it at. But it was zeroed yesterday for the Ely Club, and I'm just going to put it together and see where it's at. And there it is. I just realized what I mentioned yesterday was keeping it on the sandbag, and I was going to use this rest, and I guess I still can. I'll just slide it back, but I'm going to try to give it, the benefit of the doubt and not load the barrel. Out of consistency's sake, because I used my sandbag yesterday, I'm going to use the sandbag again today. I really need to put some more sand in that. Put on my spectacles so that I can give myself somewhat of a chance. I gotta go turn on my target camera. Alright, hopefully that target camera stays in operation. Alright, so we're going to go right into that target. No siders. It is what it is. So this is a complete cold bore. Everything just as I pulled it out of the bag from yesterday's shooting. And these are the first shots going right into it. Hopefully this is fairly similar to the EV Club on point of impact. Here we go, top left target. Moving my way down, 2 shots on each one. Now, like they're going a little low. They're hot. All right, first row down. Go into the second row. Go in the second column. Just realized I didn't do my takedown. What am I thinking? All right, pull the scope off. Tell you what, get excited about shooting. Forget all about what you're supposed to be doing. All right, disassembled. Go back together. Tell you what, it is easy to take apart, put back together. I may not be able to show this on YouTube because of their new gun policies. Well, if the in fact, I don't think I will be able to show it coming apart and going back together. So you'll just have to take my word for it that I took it apart. I've got 2 warnings on my channel. The last one was for a video that I'd posted over a year ago on 22 long rifle ammunition. YouTube's really cracking down on gun channels and what they're allowing to show, and I don't really understand it, but whatever. That's why I don't have a lot of videos, or any videos really, where I'm taking apart guns or you know, anything that's like detailed. They just keep giving you strikes and taking your content down. So, all right, moving on to the next one. We're on the second column, second target from the top. Third target. Fourth target. Nope. Got a malfunction. So that's probably the way I've got this gun set. It's catching, not letting it extract because I've got it pushed so far forward in the bag. All right, take it apart, put it back together. It's apart. back together. Going into the third column. Got another one. Tell you what, I have had, for semi-auto outlaw, I've had this stuff hang up in a semi-automatic, so very well could be that's what's happening. All right, one more time. It's apart. These Warren quick detach rings, I really like them. They're, in my experience, these are the best quick detach rings I've ever used. All right, going into the last column. Another hang up. All right, take it apart one more time, and then we'll do our 10-shot group up there on the side end. I think what I'll do is I'll do 2 5-shot groups on the 2 cider targets. So I think what I'll do is do 2 5-shot groups on the cider targets. It's apart. All right, 2 5-shot groups on the cider targets. Starting with the top left. Well, for a 9 power, it does pretty good, and looking down there, it looks like it did fairly decent. I guess I'll go ahead and leave it open. Leave it together. Let's go check our target. Alright guys, well there's the target. You know, that did pretty good. Started out they were all kind of low, and as the gun got hotter they started coming up, and just slightly, but you know, for it being taken apart and put back together, each row or each column, that's pretty impressive. And you know, one thing to note, this one I accidentally shot one without taking it apart, then disassembled it, put it back together, and it hit the exact same place. That's pretty hard to deny that that rifle is repeatably accurate after you disassemble it and it comes back to zero, put it that way. Those 5-shot groups, get a close-up of those. That's pretty darn good. I mean, I think it's great. Alright guys, well, that's pretty impressive. I think I knew this rifle returned to zero within what I thought was zero acceptable, but I really had never tried it on paper just to see how well it did, and I'm not complaining. That did awesome. That's all within what I would expect to be the accuracy of this rifle, just the inherent accuracy of a 1022. So to be able to pull it apart, take the scope off, put it back together, and get those kind of results is pretty awesome. Those rings are, they said Warren rings. They're Warren quick detach rings, and at the time when I bought this rifle, those were the only quick detach rings that I could find, and they still make them, but I've been really happy with them. That's one of my favorite parts about this rifle, is the ability to detach that scope so easily. I've got quick detaches on ARs and other rifles, and they all work pretty good, but they don't seem to work as well as those rings. So that's pretty impressive. Anyway, well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this answers some questions for some folks, and you know, it kind of answered some for me that I didn't really know I had until yesterday. But appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, I hope you get out on the range and do some shooting of your own, and maybe try out one of these challenge targets. And you know, if you like this sort of thing, you know, please like and subscribe. I sure enjoy making them, and it doesn't cost you anything to like and subscribe, and it helps the channel out. So I appreciate every one of you. Till next time, see you on the next video.